What's up, guys? It's Adam, the Uber Punisher, bringing you a different type of video. Now, the reason why I am here today is because I want to tell you a story. Alright? I want to tell you a story that a friend of mine told me. It's from a friend on YouTube, actually. Well, he's a friend of mine in real life, but he has a YouTube channel. Dex Devil is his name. I like to call him Trash because it sounds like his real name. I don't know if I should say his real name, but if he's okay with that, saying his real name on the internet. But whatever. Just in case, I'm just going to refer to him as Trash. Because he is complete trash. He's complete weeb trash. And yeah, he's trash, basically. I am probably not in the best shape to be recording a video like this because I have not bathed today, this weekend, or brushed my teeth, or done anything with my hair at all, and my eyes are red because I was just scratching them because they were itchy. But you know what? That doesn't matter. What matters is I tell this story because everyone needs to hear this story. Okay? So, my friend Trash here, he tells me this story one time during lunch at school, and he says how there was one time he was playing Overwatch. I mean, I don't play Overwatch, but you know, I know what the game is about and stuff. It's a pretty popular game.
I need healing.
It's high noon.
I'm gay.
He was playing some competitive Overwatch because he wants it to be known that he was playing it competitively. He told me to specifically say he was playing it competitively. So he was playing some competitive Overwatch. While playing the game, he was enjoying a nice big plate of spaghetti. A nice big old plate of spaghetti. With the spaghetti, he mentioned how the spaghetti had really massive meatballs. You know? They were really big, like, I don't know how big exactly, probably the size of my fist, maybe. That's pretty big there. It's, actually doing that on the video kind of makes it look like my fist is almost as big as my head. But, you know, I don't know if that's a really good size, but I imagine the meatballs were this big. Maybe they were the size of my head, actually. I don't know. Not sure how you'd be able to eat one of those, at all. He ate the meatballs. They were great, apparently. You know, he was still eating the spaghetti, and he mentioned how whenever he went on Overwatch and he spoke on, like, the TeamSpeak or whatever, like, the group chat or whatever, he was all like, hey, I'm just this one guy who's randomly playing Overwatch and eating spaghetti. And he didn't manage to finish all the spaghetti. He was like, because, you know, he was focused playing on the game, you know? You can't play a game and eat food all at once. And, because of this, the spaghetti got cold, alright? And, like, he was mentioning how he was talking to the other players, saying, like, oh man, my spaghetti's cold, now I can't eat it anymore. And then one person decided to tell him, you know what? Why don't you just f*** the spaghetti? And you know what he did? He proceeded to have sex with a plate of spaghetti. Just let that sink in for a moment. He did the sex with the spaghetti. And then he continued to eat it. Because after he did the sex with the spaghetti, he, you know, someone asked him, like, did you actually have sex? Did you actually do the sex with your spaghetti? He's like, and then he says, while continuing to eat it, no, definitely not. Just got an extra ranch dressing on it. So, you know, that was a thing. When he told me this story, I had other friends around me. And, I started saying, this man had sex with spaghetti. He did the sex with a spaghetti. And, you know, they were all just weirded out by that. And then, you know, we mentioned the ranch dressing joke. And the friend sitting next to me said, "You know, I used to actually eat spaghetti with ranch dressing." And to which I was just like, "Why?" Then he went on saying how he used to mix a lot of different foods with other foods when he was a kid. Like, he made these odd combinations and concoctions of different foods, thinking that it would be a good idea, and apparently he did enjoy it. And one that really stood out to me, he put Oreos in his soup. Like, he took those cup noodle freaking ramen soup things and he dipped his Oreos in them. This man put Oreos in his soup. So I know I was talking about a guy who had sex with spaghetti, which is pretty weird. But a man putting Oreos in his soup is also very weird. And I think it's pretty obvious which one is a more bizarre thing to do. Obviously the Oreos in the soup. Who the frick puts Oreos in soup? Who in their right mind would think to dip Oreos in ramen noodle soup? Like, sex with spaghetti? Whatever, okay? I imagine that would actually feel pretty good, because spaghetti's nice and squishy. But you know what? Oreos in soup. How are you gonna tell me that you're gonna dip Oreos in your soup and say it was good? How? Explain to me. Please explain to me how someone could think that someone could ever come up with the idea to put Oreos in their soup. I can't even. Okay, so I got this, and unfortunately I don't have Oreos to try out this Oreo in soup combination, but I will try some other weird things in this soup, see how that works, and they definitely won't be as weird as Oreos, I can tell you that much, but they'll still be pretty weird. So once this thing is done, it's been sitting here for 3 minutes, I'm gonna dip some things in it, and I'm gonna eat those things after dipping them. So hope you are prepared for that. Alright then, I have accumulated some items that I think would be pretty good to put in this soup. It seems to have cooked now, so alright, I'm gonna start off pretty tame. Pretzel in soup. This doesn't sound too bad. Most people dip crackers in soup. It's pretty similar, so it's time to see how this pretzel tastes when you dip it in that soup. Yeah, it's not bad. Makes perfect sense. Makes a lot more sense than Oreos. Now the next thing, we've got something kind of close to the cracker as well. We got a little Cheez-It there. Now, this is not an Oreo, and this will definitely not be as weird as an Oreo. Let's dip that in there. Got a nice soup-dipped Cheez-It. Actually, that's pretty good. Huh. You know, now that I think about it, people do dip goldfish into soup, and that's pretty much the same thing, so I suppose that works out pretty well. He also said that he likes to put his cereal in his soup, so I've got a few Cheerios right here. Oh, that fell. I got a few Cheerios right there. A few little Cheerios, and I'm just gonna into the soup. Gonna mix that in there a bit. Alrighty then. Nice cereal soup. need some of these noodles, actually. Now that burned my lip. Alright, now that the Cheerios are all cooked, I suppose I should try this. Wow, they were actually chewy. Like, they actually just could not handle the heat, and they just kind of got completely soggy and chewy now. Yeah, I don't even taste them anymore. Like, honestly, that was nothing. Next on the list, this is kind of similar to... I think I just spit out a piece of ramen. This is kind of similar to Oreo, but it's a little piece of chocolate cake. Let's see how this goes. Just gonna put it in there, dunk it a little bit, cover it in that ramen soup juice, and now I got this soggy chocolate cake. It'll taste like soup. Oh boy. Okay, that wasn't terrible, but it was still very weird. I wasn't a fan of it. I regret everything. Oh, okay, I still got... Oh. I still got 3... Oh, that keeps coming back. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like weird. It feels uncomfortable. Ugh. Ugh. I'm like shivering from that. Ugh. Ugh. It's there. It's lingering on my tongue. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, no. That was horrible decision making by myself. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. This is when it gets really bad. This is, you probably can't really tell what this is, but this is a little piece of watermelon. I'm about to put watermelon in soup. And considering how well chocolate cake went, I can only imagine how well this is gonna go. Just gonna dunk it in that juice. Oh, there's a little bit of cake left. Oh god, I got on the watermelon. Alright, here goes nothing. Okay, I didn't actually cover it enough, so I just spit out some watermelon. I keep spitting out stuff today, apparently. I don't think I covered it enough, because that still just tasted like watermelon. Like, the initial taste was, I tasted the soup, but, the rest of that was just watermelon, so that's a little awkward. It's a bit anticlimactic. Alright, I'm gonna eat some of these noodles, because, like, they're kind of getting rid of the water now. I accidentally bit too much and got the smoke in my throat, and I just coughed up noodles all over the place. It's, pretty disgusting. This, got on my keyboard a bit. I'm just gonna move that aside now. You know what, I'm just going to the next thing. I kinda got a mess here because of the noodles I coughed up a bit. But, next thing we got... a grape. Yep, that's the grape. I'm putting a grape in soup. Not as weird as Oreos. Oh man, that sunk right in. The other stuff kind of floated. That just sunk right into the soup. I'm gonna dip that in there a bit. I'm gonna get some noodles with that, I think. Nah. Oh no, it fell and rolled all over the place. Might have got dirt in it. It looks like it stained my computer a bit. That's not okay. I mean, I dipped it in there. It probably doesn't have anything on it anymore, so I'm just gonna dip it in again. I'm not worried or anything. Alright, here goes nothing, I guess. Grape soup. See, that was kind of like the watermelon again. Only the initial bite was ramen, and, like, the rest of it was just grape. Like, it was only the skin. So, yeah, not as weird as Oreos still. Alright, now I got the final thing. This is a mistake. This is a dog treat for my dogs. I'm gonna dip this in the soup, and I'm gonna eat it myself. This is a mistake. This is the biggest mistake of my life right now. Oh, what am I doing for content these days? No one even watches my videos. Ugh. This is gonna be a mistake. Alright, dog treat away. Ugh. Oh, that... Puh. Okay, that wasn't even because of the soup. That was just the treat itself. Why do these dogs eat this stuff? Ugh. That was a mistake. That was the worst mistake of my YouTube career. But, I'll tell you one thing. A dog treat dipped in soup. Still not as weird as frickin' Oreos.